Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Jaya Nitai Gaura Chandra, Nitai Gaura Chandra, Nitai Gaura Chandra, Jaya Gaura Hari, Jaya Nitai Gaura Chandra, Nitai Gaura Hari. Jaya Jagannatha, Jaya Jagannatha, Baladeva, Jaya Shri Subhadra. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Guru Dev, Guru Dev, Guru Dev, Jaya Guru Dev. Tagore Pranande.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Prajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Nittai Gaura Haribol, 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 Nittai Gaura Haribol. Nittai Gaura Haribol, 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 Nittai Gaura Haribol. Jayam Vishnupat Paramasa Parvacharya Stoutra Shri Srimad His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki. Jayam Vishnupat Paramasa Parvacharya Stoutra Shri Srimad Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda Ki Jai. ISKCON founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Nama Acharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Prem Se Kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shivashadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopi Gopinath Shamakunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhana Ki Jai. Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai, Shri Mayapur Dham Ki Jai, Ganga Mai Ki Jai, Yamuna Mai Ki Jai, Tulsi Devi Ki Jai, Bhakti Devi Ki Jai, Sri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai, Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai, Nita Gaura Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. All glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to Shri Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Hare Krishna. Let's try that one more time. Hare Krishna. Much, much. He speaks for the whole temple. Thank you, Manit. I love it. That ecstatic, strong voice. Hare Krishna. So today we will be speaking from a chapter. If you can either pull up your phones, or if you have the Veda base, or you can give out. I'm going to show it. Yeah, I do have it. I forgot. We're going to be speaking from Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, verse 14. And it's the chapter, the verse is speaking about tolerating life's seasons. We are approaching the winter season, so we have to tolerate the change of season. But with that, we deal with life challenges. So we're going to recite the verse and then we'll take turns. Matra sparshas tu konteya sitoshna sukha dukha da agama payino nityas tams titiksasva bharata matra sprasa tu konteya sitoshna sukha dukhada agama payino nityas tamsti tiksasva bharata matra sparsastu konteya sitoshna sukha dukhada agama payino nityas tamsti tiksasva bharata matra sparsatu konteya sitoshna sukha dukhada agama payino nityas tamsti tiksasva bharata. You can have the men start chanting, please. Women? One more on the women's side. If I can have the men come a little forward, those that are sitting on the floor can come closer. You're fine, Jane. You can sit. You're good. It's just the ones on the floor that are hiding behind your back. But you want to come forward, you can, but you don't have to. Whatever you're comfortable with. Okay, so we'll go with the translation. O son of Kunti, the non-permanent appearance of happiness and distress and their disappearance in due course are like the appearance and disappearance of winter and summer seasons. They arise from sense perception or sign of Bharata, and one must learn to tolerate them without being disturbed. I don't have the purport, but I'm going to read it, or you can pull it up by Srila Prabhupada. If I can get this thing to, when this phone says to do something stupid and you don't want it to do something stupid, it really bothers you. Okay, got it. Yeah, I got it. Thank you. In the proper discharge of duty, one has to learn to tolerate non-permanent appearances and disappearances of happiness and distress. According to Vedic injunction, one has to take his bath early in the morning, even during the month of Magha, January to February. It is very cold at that time, but in spite of that, a man who abides by the religious principles does not hesitate to take his bath. Similarly, a woman does not hesitate to cook in the kitchen in the months of May and June, the hottest part of the summer season. One has to execute his duty in spite of climatic inconveniences. Similarly, to fight is the religious principle of the Kshatriyas, and although one has to fight with some friend or relative, one should not deviate from his prescribed duty. One has to follow the prescribed rules and regulations of religious principles in order to rise up to the platform of knowledge, because by knowledge and devotion only can one liberate himself from the clutches of Maya, illusion. The two different names of address given to Arjuna are also significant. To address him as Kaunteya signifies his great blood relations from his mother's side, and to address him as Bharata signifies his greatness from his father's side. From both sides, he is supposed to have a great heritage. A great heritage brings responsibility in the matter of proper discharge of duties. Therefore, he cannot avoid fighting. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So this verse is talking about tolerance, the importance of tolerance. As we mentioned that we're going into the winter season, we had a very interesting summer, interesting fall. Hardly saw some fall, I think. It kind of skipped here and there. Now we're experiencing winter. Now it's again a little bit warm. Now it's going to be crazy, but we tolerate. Somehow or the other, we tolerate when there are changes happening in the material world. But we face challenges in terms of tolerance when it comes to the spiritual side of our lives. So let's go and define what is the definition of tolerance. The ability or willingness to tolerate something in particular, the existence of opinions or behavior that one does not necessarily agree with. That's one of the definitions of tolerance. The other definition is the capacity to endure continued subjection to something, especially a drug, transplant, antigen, or environmental conditions without adverse reaction. And many of us have actually gone through this in life. We have walked through the stages of life. We just don't remember. Probably we're not aware that, we were going through the stages in our lives. At least if we take the example of drug or transplant or something, medication, right? Any medicine we take, there's always a side effect. There's no two ways about it, something or the other, But we tolerate. If you think about it, whatever medicines we take, we tolerate. Another one that is a very common thing is antibiotics. They always say that you have to complete the 10-day course. If you stop the antibiotics, you get a relapse because antibiotics should work for 10 days. But some people who have probably weak immune system or intolerance or whatever, when they're on the antibiotic stage of taking the antibiotics, what happens to the intestines is that it kills the friendly bacteria. So what they say is after the antibiotics, take acidophilus, lots of yogurt to replace the friendly bacteria. We tolerate. We go through a lot of tolerance. When there's rain, we tolerate. When there's hailstones, we tolerate. Like, just a few days ago in Mechanicsburg, I don't know how many of you experienced, but in our area, we lost power for 3-4 hours. And, I think it was around 12:30 that we lost power for 3 to 4 hours. And I said, okay, Krishna, got to switch caps now. Because when you lose power, you have probably no water. The water will run until the tank goes empty, right? And then when you don't get the power back, then the house starts getting cold. We tolerate. So when the power went out in our house, at least, the electric company called and said it's going to be back at 9 p.m. And I said 9 hours. I said okay, time to collect water. So we got all the buckets out, all the pots and pans, and collect as much water as we can. We tolerate. Why is it that we cannot tolerate when it comes to spiritual life? In fact, we ask ourselves, why do we have to go through tolerance in our spiritual life? It should be easy because Krishna is our friend. So why is the Lord, who's supposed to be our friend, give us problems? I mean, we already have enough problems in the material world, with our jobs and families and this and that. Come on, Krishna, have some mercy. Can you let me just slide by? Don't give me so much headache. I'm already going through enough. So why is tolerance important in life's journey? It gives us internal strength. It gives us empowerment. It makes us become more mature. It fosters devotion. And it helps us to become very compassionate. When we are going through tolerating, do we see any of this? Nah. We don't. When we have to go through difficult times, we're going to say, wait, internal strength, you're right. I haven't experienced internal strength when I'm going through tolerating problems. Empowerment, really? I haven't experienced that during troubled times. Maturity, no way. Devotion means what? God. Where is God when I'm suffering? Compassion, are you asking me to be caring when I'm the one suffering? We don't experience any of this. But it's happening. We just don't realize that we are actually being blessed with all these qualities if we understand and apply tolerance in our spiritual life. It really, really does happen. Let me go, and I like to use everyday life examples, When we were going to school, we tolerated a lot. Especially those of us in high school, who has gone through high school and college and grad school and whatnot. Late night studying, typing the thesis. Sometimes when I hear my husband telling you when he was doing his PhD thesis, he had to type. Now we have the computers. When he was doing it, it was the tuck, 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 old-fashioned typewriter, and you tuck, 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 zick, tuck, 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 back and zick. That was what he did his thesis on. Now it's not that. That's obsolete. The typewriter doesn't even exist, probably. But we went through it. We tolerated. We inconvenienced ourselves. How did we go through that stage? How did we go through that phase of life, suffering through those late nights and burning the midnight candle to get that degree? Because we had the internal strength. We had the internal strength that gave us that boost to finish school. That late night studying, the midnight candles, sleepless, evenings, and so on and so forth. How did we do it? That internal strength. So we did go through that, which gave us empowerment, made us get a bit more mature. We learn things as we go along in school, So let's break it down. We're going to break each of these points and see if we can relate to that. How does tolerance gives us internal strength? How many of us go to the gym here? Oh, wow. Thank you, Ravi. We got a sports guy here. Okay. Okay. So you know what I'm talking about. When we go to the gym, we work out for physical strength. So we can, probably serve more, do more, have a healthy body. This is actually a quote by Radhanath Swami, by the way. Radhanath Swami says, just as we go to the gym to do physical exercise, to strengthen our bodies, to have biceps and whatever the seps they call in the body parts. I'm not good at it. I'm very sorry. Because, I don't go to the gym. That's why I don't know that. In that same way, we increase our spiritual body building exercise by chanting the holy names. That's the internal spiritual body building. When we go to the gym, it's the physical body building, the external. Because, I'm sure many of us, like sometimes it's not a joke, but it's true. Like when I sit on the floor, like Vrinda's doing, I can't get up. I'm stuck. I'll need either one of my girls to pick me up because they go to the gym. So they got some biceps. I got nothing. So they'll just pick me up like a crane, like, oh, very easy because they have the strength. The same way, in order for us to have the internal strength, which is the spiritual strength, we need to do the spiritual bodybuilding. And that is chanting of the holy names. We surrender. And the more we chant the holy names, the more it's going to increase our internal strength. The question that I get asked is, for how long do I do that, Mataji? Till our last breath. See, spiritual life, there's no timeline. We just keep on doing it until the end. It just goes on and goes on and goes on and goes on. But the more we do it, the more we become stronger. That's just part of life. The more we do it, the more we become stronger. The less we do it, the weaker we become. So we have to ask ourselves, I need that internal strength. So what should I do? Very simple. Spiritual bodybuilding. And what is that? Chanting of the holy names, taking shelter of the holy names, believing that when we chant the holy name is none other than Krishna. It's none different. Whether we're chanting the holy names, whether we are singing the holy names, whether it's japa, whether it's kirtan, whether it's talking, whether it's Bhagavatam reading, whether it's Bhagavad Gita reading, doesn't matter. If it's Krishna, it's none different than chanting of the holy names. We have to have that faith. We have to believe, yes, what I am chanting is Krishna's names. And I have to believe that that is Krishna. He is dancing on my tongue. Prabhupada says is when we chant the holy name, Krishna is dancing on our tongue. Just close for 10 seconds and imagine little Krishna, 3 bending fold, dancing on your tongue when you're chanting. What a beautiful sight. Shane is smiling. He's getting it. Isn't it a beautiful sight? Such a beautiful sight. The Lord is chanting, dancing on your tongue. And he's playing his flute. Wow. Beautiful thing. The more we do that, the more we build internal strength. When we have internal strength, it increases our tolerance. It increases our tolerance to withstand any kind of challenges that we're going to face in our daily lives. Jai Shri Nitai Gaura Chandra ki, Jagnava Subhadra ki, Jai. We tend to forget the strength is within us. It's there. It's within us. We just got to tap into it. Every one of us have an internal strength. And that inner strength comes from surrendering to the holy name. When we surrender to the holy name, it makes our mind very, very calm. Very, very calm. See, what happens is, it is human nature when we get disturbed, the first thing to do is fight back. Firecracker, boom, 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 boom. We just want just firecracker. No, calm. We are always taught as soon as something disturbs us, stop, be calm, bring the mind to a calm stage. Because when we are angry, the thoughts are going to be negative. There's going to be revenge. I'm going to head back. I got to see that person suffer because I'm suffering. That's how the mind is. The mind just wants to make us do something that's negative. That's not healthy. That's not tolerance. That's revenge. It's not tolerance. Whenever we are going through difficulty, it's always best to make decisions with a very, very calm mind. Very important. What I do is whenever I get disturbed, something really bothers me, I'll stop, I'll go to my living room, grab my bead bag, and I'll just chant. Because I need to calm this mind. It's like skyrocketing to the I have to calm my mind. To bring my mind down to a calm stage where I can think in a civilized way. Civilized way. Think clearly with a calm thought, calm mind, and think, okay, what is the whole issue here? Because if we think like a firecracker, we're going to be shooting darts at everybody. It's not going to help. It's just going to make things worse. Our struggles develop inner strength. If we had no struggles, we'll take life for granted. Because when we have no struggles, we won't think of God. We will never think of God because life is so hunky-dory. Bed of roses. The grass is green, very beautiful, no problems. 75-degree weather, no snow, nothing. Wonderful. Whoa, I can just surf. We will never think of God. We will think, I am God. I am the controller. When we have struggles, that's when we run to God and say, Krishna, I need your help. I'm in a mess. That is why Queen Kunti, she prayed for problems. Even when Krishna, when they won the war, they got the kingdom back, and Krishna was leaving for Dwarka. She says, why are you leaving? She goes, are you not going to stay with us? She said, everything is fine. He says, no, you give me problems so that I will always remember you. Because if I don't have problems, I will not remember you. But if you give me problems, I will always remember you. It's a very difficult prayer to make. Even I can say it. I'll be honest. But when we have struggles, we have to think, okay, Krishna is giving me the opportunity to run to him. And the more I take shelter of the Lord, the more I'm going to build inner strength to build the tolerance factor. So our struggles are not negative. We tend to see it negative because we don't want problems. Because we already got enough problems. It's like another problem and another problem and another problem. But it's going to make us, what we say, tougher. Tolerance. So our struggles are not negative. Our struggles are an opportunity for us to see, okay, Krishna, you're giving me an opportunity to come to you, to take shelter of you, to take shelter of your holy name, to surrender to you so I will remember you more and more and more so I can build inner strength. So struggles are not negative. We look at it negatively, but it's actually an opportunity for us to learn to grow, to become strong. And one who has great internal strength is grounded and not boastful. Because why? Because someone with inner strength, internal strength, is very humble. Because they have gone through life, slaps and kicks and this and that. They have gone through so much struggles in life. They have gone through so much challenges, so much problems that it's like, I've seen it all. Bring it on. I'll handle this. But it makes them more humble. And they're not boastful. They're not proud. So tolerance gives us internal strength. Tolerance also gives us empowerment, the ability to focus on the purpose and not lament on the situation. So what does that mean? When we are prompt, we will say, why me, why me, why me? Oh my God, why me? We spend the whole day thinking, why me, why me, why me? If we can, if rather than crying, why me, why me, why me, why me, we wasted so much energy, we should focus on the purpose and say, now how can I change the situation? And see the purpose to empower myself. Rather than be, as they call, be a whining baby. We can whine all day long. We can whine forever. But it's not going to change the situation. Because whining makes us weak. We are not weak. Especially when we have the Lord in our heart, the super soul in our heart, Krishna sitting in our heart. How can we say we are weak? We are not weak. We have the internal strength. We just got to focus on the purpose. Let me give an example. Suppose you are studying for an exam in a crowded, noisy area, and that's the only place you have. And you're trying to focus to study for an exam, and you can't. But that's the only place you have. That's everything else is, same thing. What do we do? Are we going to sit and say, oh my God, look at this people. Oh my God, look at this people. Next thing you know, 5 hours has gone and you could have studied. Or are we going to say, you know what? That's the only place I have. There's no other place in this place. And I have to make the best of the bad bargain, right? And let me focus on the purpose. I came to study. I'm going to try to study and focus. And the more we think that way, we are able to tune out the messy surroundings. It's just controlling the mind to focus on the purpose. That's the empowerment. That's the empowerment. And we have to be guided by the higher knowledge and purpose. What's the high? So in this situation with the student trying to study, what's the higher purpose? The higher purpose, I got to pass the test. This is the only environment I have. So either I cry all day and I lose my hours of studying, or I'm going to make the best of what I got and focus. That is called empowerment. Meaning, work with what you have and don't let your surroundings pull you down. Because it will do that. It will definitely do that. But we got to make ourselves strong to focus on the purpose. That's how it gives us empowerment. Tolerance gives us maturity. What's the maturity? The ability to calmly assess situations. We choose our battles. Do I fight or let it go? We can't fight all day long. It's very boring. I mean, if we fight all day long, we will lose the energy very quick. We got to be smart. We got to choose our battles. This is too small. I'm going to let go of it. It's not worth fighting. We got to choose our battles. Which one to fight and which one not to go, not to fight. But use our intelligence to recognize the counterproductive. Use our intelligence. We all have the spiritual intelligence. We just got to use it in the right way. Choose the battles. Do I fight or do I let it go? Very, very simple. At the same time, pursuing spiritual goals. And the more we are able to think calmly to assess the situation, the more it's going to tell us, you know what? This battle is not worth fighting. Let it go. This battle, yeah, I think I can fix it. That's how we rise to the higher purpose. We use the higher intelligence to make the right choice. That's how we build maturity. And the more we think like that, we have built tolerance. We have built tolerance. How does tolerance give us devotion? It gives us the patience to endure challenges while maintaining focus on Krishna. Because challenges will make us run to the Lord. And the more we run to the Lord, the more it increases our devotion. Like Mother Kunti. She prayed for problems so that she will never forget Krishna. Now, this is a queen who spent half the life in the forest, not in the palace. Raised her 5 sons without a husband who died at a very young age. She was very strong, extremely strong, because of her devotion. Her focus was only on Krishna. She went through so much of challenges, but it never made her weak because her focus was on Krishna. She recognized that her difficulties are temporary. See, in this world, there's only one thing that is permanent. And what is that? Say again? Change. Change is the only thing that's permanent in this world. Everything is temporary. Even the problems are temporary. Change is permanent. Think about it. That's the only thing that's permanent, is change. So when we recognize that the difficulties are temporary, it's part of life. We went through changes, difficulties in school, in college, on our jobs, in our family, with our parents, with our husbands, with our wives. Did we stop living? We are still living. Right? There is never a perfect situation because we are not living in a perfect world. We are trying to expect a perfect situation and an imperfect world. Doesn't add up. It doesn't add up. We will only expect perfect situation in a perfect world, which is the spiritual world, Goloka Vrindavan, not in the material world. Here, everything is imperfect. Everything is temporary. We don't even know whether we'll wake up tomorrow morning. We have no idea. We'll be lucky if we do. We have no idea. Everything is temporary. Padam, padam, yad vipadam. Every step there's danger. We don't know. So, difficulties are temporary. It's part of life. And the more we think like that, it will make us stronger in our spiritual life. And we need an environment where we can learn and grow. That is how we build devotion. We need such an environment. Let me ask you a question. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna told Arjun, be tolerant. Happiness or distress, be tolerant. Heat or cold, be tolerant. Life challenges, be tolerant. Be equipoised. He said that. He spoke about tolerance. Then why did he tell Arjuna to go fight? Have we ever thought about that? He said to be tolerant. Then why did he say go fight? Food for thought, right? Interesting. The reason being is that Krishna was teaching Arjuna spiritual activism. Tolerance is the maturity to calmly decide which life battles to fight and which one to let go. Arjun was very busy thinking, this is my father, my grandfather, my great-grandfather, my brothers, my uncles, my nephews, my children, my sons, and so and so and so forth. He was more attached to the relationship. Krishna was telling him, They're going to die anyway. Choose the battle. You're not fighting against your family. You're fighting for the best of the kingdom, spiritual activism. They are fighting on the evil. Liberate them. So there's the same Krishna who's teaching Arjuna, be tolerant, but then he's saying, go fight the war. Very opposite. Very opposite. So Krishna is telling Arjuna, you're trying to save the lives of your relatives who are fighting against you, which is a useless battle. By following the instructions of Krishna to fight, he could free their eternal souls. Liberate them. Let them go. Fight against the adharmas, those that are against you. Don't see them as relatives. Fight for what is right. That's your dharma. That's because he was a Kshatriya. Spiritual activism. So what did he do? He became very mature and devoted, and he fought. And who won the battle at the end? The Pandavas. Because they were on the path of righteousness, not on the path of adharma, unrighteousness. Tolerance. Another aspect of tolerance, it gives compassion. When we have gone through so much in our challenges in life, we are able to think of others and give comfort. Natural human tendency. When we have suffered, I've been there, I've done that, I know what's it like. We tend to be more soft-hearted, more sensitive, and we want to give comfort. Tolerance. Tolerance will teach us to be compassionate. I've gone through this, I know what's it like. I'll hold your hand, we'll walk this journey together. Compassion. I've been there, I've done that. I know what's it like. When we know what's it like, when we've gone to that stage of life, it's very natural for us to want to be more compassionate to others who are going through what we went through. Because we build that tolerance to help us give that, foster that compassion. Tolerance also helps us to respect and accept differences in others. No two people are the same. Not even the husband and wife are the same. Amazing, right? A man and woman gets married, but they're very different. Very, very different. It is never the same. Probably 10%, 20%, but we're never the same. We are never 100% the same. Ever. One likes blue, the other one likes red. One likes pink, the other one likes purple. Any similarities? No. One likes lemon rice, the other one likes biryani. Any similarities? No. One likes to, cool air, other one's the ones who needs the fan, needs the heat on. It happens. It really, really happens. It's just funny, my parents, it was so funny. When my mother was alive, of course, my mom knew my dad so well that one time they were both sick at the same time, in their 60s, I believe. And my sister had to go get them some medicines, They had the same symptoms, cough, cold, fever, exact same symptoms, but they both needed different medicines. So one had to get one kind of, my mom could only take Tylenol. My dad could only take ibuprofen. My mother couldn't take Mucinex. My dad could take Mucinex. Same exact symptoms. Different medicine. Married for like almost 40 years. We have to respect and accept the differences in others. That's compassion. When we begin to learn to respect and accept the differences in others, it makes us become more compassionate. Don't make them become like us. Because imagine, and I've said this to one devotee before, and he laughed. We had a good laugh, and we said, no, it's going to be very boring. Well, imagine if everybody's like Anasuya. I think we all would jump in the Susquehanna River. It's going to be a very crazy world. We all are different. Because Krishna is full of variegatedness. That's why we are different. So if Krishna is full of variegatedness, then we have to learn to respect and accept the differences. Krishna didn't make everybody the same. Krishna is very flavorful. He loves variety. So every one of us are different. So if each of us are different, so we have to respect the differences and accept the differences. That builds compassion. And it also increases the love. And we see it in household. We see it in families. We just got to apply that more to outside the nucleus family, friends, neighbors, devotees, so on and so forth. And positive relationship is built on compassion. When there is compassion and a relationship is very positive. When there is no compassion, it's not a positive relationship. Because everybody is hankering for compassion. Everybody is hankering for compassion. Everybody wants to be cared. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not a bad thing. So sometimes we think it's signs of weakness. No, it's not. Compassion is a very strong, important strength in Krishna consciousness. It's part of our culture. It's part of the Krishna conscious culture to be compassionate. Because there will come a time where we want someone to give us that same compassion. So we should give it to others also. Compassion is it builds a lot of tolerance. A lot of tolerance. I remember when we were living in Gitanagri many years ago, during the 90s, a lot of women were pregnant. All newly mothers, new mothers. And we were all giving birth like within 3 to 4 months apart. There were like 8 of us all pregnant within a year of like a year and a half span, all giving birth. And I remember that each one of us helped each other in each other's labor. All of us had home delivery. We didn't go to the hospital. And we had an Amish midwife that did that would come to our home and help to deliver the baby, So we know what's it like, the challenge, the pain, of going through delivery, giving a birth, the contractions and all that. We know exactly what's it like. So when we see another woman going through it, we become more compassionate. There's this statement where they say when a woman is going through delivery, it's like breaking 21 bones. It's very hard for the men to have a tinge of what it feels like. 21 bones. Just imagine if we are breaking 21 bones all at the same time, not one at a time. At the same time. It's pretty intense. And the thing is that pain comes each contraction. So if the labor is 3 hours, then we're in pain for 3 hours every 5 minutes. If it's 12 hours, it's 12 hours every 5 minutes. So my labor was very, very, very long. Very, very long. My first daughter, I was in labor for 48 hours. Back labor. So when my other god sister, who was giving birth, and hers was 10, I could feel her pain. Because I went through it. Always thinking of others, giving that comfort, that compassion, So when we have gone through something in life, we have to make sure to be more compassionate if someone else is going through that. Hold their hand, walk the journey. That is what Krishna expects from us. That is our Krishna consciousness. Because Krishna wants us to build a tolerance so that we can have all these qualities: internal strength, compassion, maturity, devotion, and empowerment. Because that's exactly what Arjuna had on the battlefield. He absolutely did. How many of us want internal strength? How many of us want compassion? She's like, yes. How many of us want devotion? How many of us want maturity? How do we develop that tolerance? You want to know? You want the answer? I got this from Satyananda Swami. When something happens that upsets you, do not give an automatic reaction. Stop. Breathe. Calm the mind down so that we are able to assess the situation on a spiritual perspective. Because like we said, the mind is going to say, no, call this, no, do this, no, shoot this, no, arrow this, no, throw this dart, no, it is going to give you something negative. The mind will never tell you to calm down because it's just going to have this rage of adrenaline running through your body to tell you, attack. It makes a worse situation. Stop and breathe. Calm the mind. Like I said, what I do is I take my bead bag and I start chanting to calm my mind down. So that once the mind is calm, then okay, how do I take a spiritual approach? Because the spiritual approach is the higher purpose. The material approach is the lower purpose. The spiritual approach is always the higher purpose. So first we have to say, okay, you know what? This situation is arranged by Krishna. It's very, very difficult for us to see that what we're going through is arranged by the Lord, but it is. It's a lesson for us to see what is the Lord teaching me in this situation. Going back to my labor, my dad will tell you, when I was a kid, up until I got married, I had zero tolerance. Zero means zero. I'm not joking. If I see an injection, I will walk out of the doctor's office. I just don't like needles poking. I have no pain. I'll tell my dad, you tell the doctor to give me a liquid medicine, but don't give me injection. Every time I have to see a doctor, I'll tell my dad, I won't take my mom because my mom will always make them poke me. So I never take my mom. I never go with her. I go with my dad because he's more compassionate. My mom said, no, poke that girl. He said, no, she doesn't like to be poked. So I'll go with my dad. So he'll tell the doctor, can you please, she hates injections, give her medicine. I had no tolerance for pain. Zero. A little cut, I'll be crying. Literally, I remember the days when I have a little cut. A small cut, not even a cut, probably a little slit. I'll be putting, alcohol and bandage and this and that. My dad said, it's only a small cut, Ma. You didn't die. Because I had no tolerance. So when I had to be in a 48-hour back labor with my first kid, I said, Krishna, you are teaching me tolerance. I said, Krishna, you're really teaching me tolerance. He arranged that I have a long labor so that I can increase my tolerance. I thought that was enough. This girl right here, my second daughter, was 72 hours back labor. I said, okay, Krishna, you're going to kill me or you're going to make me live? You're teaching me amazing tolerance. That's what I did. Everything is arranged by the Lord. Nothing is done by purpose. It says, nothing happens without the sanction of the Lord. So when we are in a situation, Take a spiritual perspective. This is arranged by the Lord. Checklist. Check it off the list. Okay, there has to be a reason behind this. We are clear with that. Check it off the list. Now, this is the difficult part. What do I learn from the situation? That's the longer process. Checking off the first two, okay, Krishna, got it. You arranged it. Okay, Krishna, got it. That's a reason. What is my lesson in this? Choose a proper reaction based on spiritual perspective. Always take the spiritual approach, never the material approach. Material approach gives us material results. It doesn't give us spiritual results. And absorb ourselves in Krishna all the time. That is one of the biggest spiritual. This is completely from Sachinanda Swami. If we want to develop tolerance, just go through the steps. And take shelter of the holy name. Taking shelter of the holy name builds internal strength. If we want internal strength, we chant the holy name, just as how Mother Queen Kunti. Queen Kunti, she was focused on the Lord 24/7, even though Krishna was her nephew. Krishna was Queen Kunti's nephew. But she also knew that he was a supreme Lord. She took shelter of him 24/7. Like we said, she prayed for problems so that she will never forget Krishna, because she wanted to be absorbed in Krishna, completely focused on the Lord. And the more we do that, the more we develop tolerance. And the more we develop tolerance, the more we can fight any battle in our spiritual life, any battle. And that is how Arjuna was able to fight the battle of Kurukshetra, because the Lord gave him the internal strength, because he took shelter of the Lord as a spiritual master. At first, they had a friendly relationship. But once he realized, oh, this is a supreme Lord, I'm going to surrender myself as a disciple and he will be my guru. And once I do that, it all happened. So the key point is developing tolerance so that we can grow in our spiritual life. Because that is exactly how we can win life seasons. It's not the end. There's quite a long way to go. It is definitely easier said than done. I'm very aware of that. You know, I've had devotees tell me, oh, Mataji, you don't know what it's like. I may not know what it's like. I've heard that. Mataji, you haven't walked that journey. Yes, probably I haven't walked that journey. See, we can sit and cry all day and lament. You haven't walked my journey. You don't know my life. You know, you don't know what I'm going through. You haven't seen this part. We can lament all day and whine. But it's not going to bring any results. We have to rise to a higher knowledge and a higher purpose and see, okay, I'm in this situation. How do I get out of it? What is the right spiritual approach? And if we need help, get help. See, what happens is that we don't want the world to know our problems. We don't want the world to know, I have this problem, I have that problem, it's my secret, let me hide it under the carpet, no one should know I have my problems. The more we think that way, the more we'll never resolve it. Because we are not God. We are not God. We need help. Everything in life, we need help. Ask for help. There's nothing wrong in asking for help. If we choose, see, we have to ask ourselves, if I don't ask for help, I'll be suffering longer. Sorry, if I don't ask for help, I'll be suffering longer. But if I ask for help, I'll get out of it quicker. So we ask, now, do I want to get out of it quicker? Or do I want to just suffer longer and longer and longer? Ask for help. So it's very important that we take shelter of each other. It's very important that we ask for help and develop that level of tolerance. Haribol? And it's very important that we lean on the holy name. It's very, very, very important. Whether we're chanting 1 round or 2 rounds or 3 rounds, it doesn't matter. However number of rounds we're doing, we take full shelter of it. We take full shelter of it. We take full shelter of it. We take full surrender. And we literally pray, Krishna, I need help. I'm going through this. Help me to build tolerance. And we can actually pray to the Lord. Please help me develop tolerance. There's nothing wrong in that. Ask. Whatever we are weak in, ask Krishna, can you please help me develop this? Pray from the heart. In the Christian churches, we say pray without ceasing. It means pray and don't stop praying. That's what it means. Keep on praying. And that's what Queen Kunti did. She was always praying to the Lord. So here, Krishna is teaching Arjuna, be tolerant. But be tolerant to build internal strength. Internal strength doesn't mean you have to be a doormat, by the way. Don't get it mixed up. Sometimes we think tolerance means, okay, walk all over me. I am the rug on the floor. I am a doormat. I am a dustpan. No, 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 no. Please don't get it mixed up. That is not tolerance. Tolerance means we build internal strength to face the battles in life with a calm mind and a spiritual approach. Just as how Krishna taught Arjuna to build tolerance with a calm mind and a spiritual approach to fight the battle of Kurukshetra. That is tolerance. Sometimes we think tolerance means, you know what? I beat you, you take it. I scold you, take it. I treat you this one, you take it. No, that's not tolerance. That is not tolerance. That's abuse. Big difference. Big difference. If anyone says, no, tolerance means, this is this, it's your duty, take it, suck it up. No, that's abuse. Big difference. I'm saying it for what it is because I've heard that. No. Tolerance means to give us the internal strength, to give us the maturity, to give us the empowerment to think with a calm mind so that we take the spiritual approach to choose the battles that's worth fighting and not worth fighting and surrendering to the Lord to get more strength. That is tolerance. See, tolerance is not passive. It's not passive. It's maturity. Big difference. And I think that has been, that tends to be mixed up in our Krishna consciousness, but we got to be very clear. Tolerance does not mean you got to be passive, you got to suck it up, you got to be the doormat. No, absolutely not. If you think of Draupadi when she was disrobed, she tolerated it. Now, can we say again, Draupadi, if it happens to you, suck it up? Put yourself in her shoe. No. What did she do the second time? Beam killed Kichak. She wasn't going to tolerate it. I went through it once. Don't do it to me again. That's abuse. Same thing. Tolerance means internal strength, empowerment, not weakness. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Any questions and any comments? Yes, Manoj Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Didi.
Hare Krishna.
Lovely lecture. Thank you. Question is, when one is already, struggling with emotional distress internally and all that stuff, not even thinking of Lord at that point of time, what would be the trigger point of, getting a tolerance? And second question is, what is
Let me
the
ask the first because my mind is so bad. It's called aging process. I'll forget both the questions, unfortunately. So, what you're asking is when we are struggling and we're not thinking of Krishna, what would be the trigger point to seek help?
what would the trigger point to think of Lord? Because
Think of God.
yeah, because it's like one is occupied in that emotional distress, lot of things going on in their life, personally, physically, whatever, and
Absolutely.
then at
We
that
forget.
point of time one may not even think of Lord. So at that point of time, where would that guy or person would bring the tolerance from?
I always believe in the buddy system, meaning if I am struggling in my, I'll use myself as an example. If I am struggling in life's troubles, I will normally share it with at least one person, probably my husband. He knows all my problems. Now, even my girls know my problems. We have to have the habit of sharing with another person and ask that person, please, when I'm struggling, can you please remind me of Krishna? And have that conversation with that person so that that person can remind you of Krishna. Because, yes, when we are caught up, it's very rare that we think of God. My sister goes to although, I mean, my family are all Christians. I'm the only one that joined Krishna consciousness. So my sister, whenever she's going through challenge to this very day, she doesn't connect God, although she's a Christian. So she would call me and she would just go on and on and on, and I will just listen to her. And I will tell her, okay, let's see God's hand. And when we talk and talk and talk, and she'll say, yeah, I see God's hand in this. And she'll say, thank you. And then I will tell her name is Sharon. I said, Sharon, whenever you are going through life's challenges, call me. Just call me. So don't think of anyone. Just think, and she's married. So I said, don't even think of your husband because she doesn't. Call me. And she does. And within a few minutes, just talking to her, because when we are going through challenges, we need a calm mind, not another firecracker. Because a firecracker is not going to remind us of God. They'll remind us of M16, AK-47, something like that. We need a calm mind. So share your problems with someone who you know will remind you of Krishna. Have that connection with just, even if it's one person that will say, I'm going through this. I'm having this challenge. Automatically they'll say, okay, Manoj, share your problems. And then they'll remind you of Krishna. We need somebody all the time. And the more we build that, the more it'll be second nature for you. Initially, it's not going to be, but when you have the special friend or any friend, it can even be Ankita, anybody, someone that you share your heart with, that know your challenges, and that person will tell you, okay, you know what? Let's go for a japa walk. Let's think with a calm mind. Let's talk about this with a calm mind. And that person should be calm to bring you calm. And the more they do that with you, automatically, you yourself will start thinking of Krishna whenever you go through problems. But we need someone to boost us first. It's like turning the pilot of a gas stove, and finally it'll come on. But we got to try different few tries. Same thing in Krishna consciousness. We just need that boost, the continuous boost. And once it becomes continuous, then next thing it's a habit for you, a very good habit. And next thing you know, you don't need that person because you've already built that that strength to remember Krishna just happens automatically. Making
Thank you.
sense? Hare Krishna. Someone else had a question. I just remembered. I forgot whose hand. Anyone else has a question? I guess a question. I have 3 more minutes to ask a question. I like asking questions. I'll ask the women because I want the women to talk and to see whether they were listening. What are the 5 ways that tolerance can help us? No, I don't want you to answer. You just keep quiet. The women at the back. Rukmini, you are downstairs, so don't worry. You in the kitchen. Yes. Devotion. One of the ways is devotion. 4 more. Compassion. 3 more. No, that was not one of the 5 ways. Okay, I'll ask the men. What are the other 3? Yes. No. No, you came late, so you're fine. Because you in the kitchen, so I understand that. The internal strength, yes. Internal strength. 2 more. Empowerment. 1 more. Maturity, spiritual perspective. When we are mature, we look at problems from a spiritual perspective. Very, very important. Extremely important. And the more we dwell on this 5, the more we will see that tolerance can really, really help us fight any battles in our lives. Any battles. Whether it be the snowstorm, whether it be the ice, whether it be heat, whether it be job, whether it be struggles in life, whether it be whatever issues. If we have these 5, we can fight any battles, provided we take shelter of the Lord. We cannot do this without Krishna. We have to remember that. Krishna should always be the center of all our challenges. When we put Krishna in the middle, everything gets solved. Every time. Spiritual solutions, remember this all the time. Spiritual solutions for material problems. The more we take the spiritual solutions for material problems, the material problems will go away. It works. It really does. And you'll see that the more we do that, any problems that come in our way, we can handle it. It's not a big deal. We'll just say another day. We'll just say another day. I was talking to one devotee a few days ago, and we were talking about problems, issues. And he said to me, Mataji, why is this happening to us? Every time we get this challenge. And I said, Prabhu, what's coming to me is Krishna is teaching me spiritual resilience. That's what I told this devotee. Because if the problem is happening over and over and over and over again, it's not going away, that means the Lord is teaching me something. He was throwing that wrench every time. So I said, what's coming to me is the Lord is teaching me spiritual resilience and tolerance and to choose my battles, what to fight and what to just fly off. I don't need you. I'm not going to deal with you. So yes, we got to put the Krishna factor in the middle. Tolerance. But remember, the main point is tolerance is not passive. It's maturity. It's empowerment. It's not powerless. Tolerance means we become powerful in Krishna. We don't become powerless. We don't become weak. We have a concept that tolerance means weakness. No, it's strength. We don't become powerless, we become powerful. We don't become immature, we become mature. We don't become cold, we become more compassionate. We don't go away from God, we come closer to God. That is tolerance. And if we see this five, we will see it in Arjun on the battlefield. He had all of that. So please, when we study Krishna's books, especially Bhagavad Gita, there's always layers after layers that we were talking about the other day. There's a lot of depth in that word, you know. We just think, okay, I'm a doormat. Walk all over me. No, I'm not a doormat because I have the spirit soul in my heart. Krishna is not a doormat, so why am I a doormat? I'm a servant of the Lord with internal strength. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. We'll get ready for Guru Puja, followed by the main arti. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Sri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sarma Bando Muri Savadana Mate Bando Muri Savadana Mate Jahara Prasade Vai Iba Baturiya Jai Krishna Prapti Ko Jaha Hoiti कृष्णा प्राप्ति हो जहाँ होती गुरु मुख पद्मा वाक्या हिते ते को लिया क्या आराना कोरी हो माने आशा आराना कोरी हो माने आशा श्री गुरु चाराने राती ऐसे उत्तमागति যে প্রাসাদে পরে সারবা আচা যে প্রাসাদে পরে সারবা আচা ठाकुरदान दिलो जे जन्मे प्रभु से ठाकुरदान दिलो जे जन्मे प्रभु से देवे ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशितो देवे ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशितो प्रेम भक्ति जहा होते अविद्या विनाश जाते प्रेम भक्ति जहा होते अविद्या विनाश जाते वेदे जाय जहर चरितो वेदे जाय जहर चरितो श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु आदम जनार बंधु श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु आदम जनार बंधु लोकना लोके राजीवाना लोकना लोके राजीवाना हा प्रभु कोरोया देहो मोरे पाना चाया प्रभु कोरोया देहो मोरे पाना चाया प्रभु कोरोया देहो मोरे पाना चाया ये बेजाज कुशुक त्रिभुवाना ये बेजाज कुशुक त्रिभुवाना Srila Prabhupada Pratichapamana Srila Gurudev Pratichapavana Jaya Prabhupada 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 Srila Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Vashatyadi Shatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shiva Shadi Go Bhakta-vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shiva Shadi Gaur Bhakta-vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shiva Shadi Gaur Bhakta-vrinda Jaya Gaur Bhakta-vrinda Jaya Gaur Bhakta-vrinda Jaya Gaur Bhakta-vrinda Jaya Gaur Bhakta-vrinda Vithai Gauranga Vithai Gauranga Vithai Gauranga Vithai Gauranga Nitai Gauranga Gaura Hari. Nitai Gauranga Gaura Hari. Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga. Bolo Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga. Nitai Gauranga Gaura Hari. Nitai Gauranga Gaura Hari. Jaya Sachinandana, Jaya Sachinandana. Jaya Sachinanda, Jaya Sachinandana. Jaya Sachinandana Gaura Hari. Jaya Sachinandana Gaura Hari. Gaura 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 Hari. Gaura 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 Hari. Nitai Gauranga Gaura Hari. Nitai Gauranga Gaura Hari. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Guru. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Evo. Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Evo. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Vivo. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Haribo, 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 Nitai Gora, Haribo. Nitai Gora, Haribo, 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 Nitai Gora, Haribo. Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatme. We sing louder, louder. Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatme. 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 O Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatme. Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath Swami, Jaya Jagannath. Jaya Baladev, Jaya Subhadra, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra. Jaya Baladev, Jaya Subhadra, Jaya Baladev, Jaya Subhadra. Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra. Jaya Nitai Gora Sunda Nitai Gora Sunda Gora Hari. Jaya Nitai Gora Sunda Nitai Gora Sunda Gora Hari. Jaya Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada Jaya Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada. Gurudev, 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 Jaya Gurudev. Nitai Gora Haribo, 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 Nitai Gora Haribo. Nitai Gora Haribo, 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 Nitai Gora Haribo. Gaura Premanande. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramhamsa Parivajikacharya Stotra Satasrichi Maharaj Divine Grace. A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Shri Prabhupada Ki. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramhamsa Parivajikacharya Stotra Satasrichi Maharaj Divine Grace. Shri Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj Prabhupada Ki. Ananda Koti Vaishnava Vrindi Ki. Namacharya Shri Haridas Thakur Ki. ISKCON founder Charya Shri Prabhupada Ki. Prem se kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadha Siva Shri Gaur Bhaktavind Ki. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shyam Kund Radha Kund Giri Govardhan Ki. Vrindavan Dham Ki. Mathura Dham Ki. Navadvip Dham Ki. Jagannath Puri Dham Ki. Jagannath Swami Ki. Ganga Mai Ki. Jamuna Mai Ki. Tulsi Devi Ki. Bhakti Devi Ki. Hare Krishna Mahamantra Ki. Samaveta Bhakta Vrindi Ki. Nitai Gaura Premanande. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Sri Guru and Gauranga. Glory Shri Prabhupada. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Daine. Daine. Hiranyakasipo Vaksha. Dilatankana Karaye. Dilatankana Karaye. Ito nesringo parato nesringo. Yato yato yamita do nesringo. Bake nesringo hinaye nesringo. Narasinghavadi saranam papadi. Narasinghavadi saranam papadi. Avakara kamara varinakam adbhuta singha Hiranyakasipu Tanuvingam Ishavadita Narahani Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Eshavadita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Jaya nothing ade, Jaya nothing ade, nothing ade, Jaya nothing ade. Jaya Palanwara, 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 Jaya Palamara. Hariwo, 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 Nitai Gora Hariwo. Nitai Gora Hariwo, 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 Nitai Gora Hariwo. सिंह भगवान की, प्रहलाद महाराज की, बोल प्रेमानंदे।
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
कृष्णा
Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
हरे राम
Hare Rama,
हरे राम
Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki, Nitya Gaura Chandra ki, Jagannath Baladev Subhadra ki, Jai. If we have this every single day, we'll have a party every single day. Don't you agree? It's so nice. Thank you so much for this ecstatic chanting of the holy name and wonderful kirtan. Thank you to all of us, to all of you for coming out for the Sunday program. Want to welcome our guest. We have Shane from Reading. Welcome, Shane. Glad you could come. Happy to have you here. We'll definitely talk more after the program. Please come more if you can. Please come more if you can. Perfect. Would love to have you. Hare Krishna. Hare Bol. Few announcements that I would like to make, and we know that this coming Wednesday is a very special day. Remember? Gita Jayanti Ka Jai. And that is the day when Krishna spoke the Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna on the battle of Kurukshetra. And we will be we'll be reciting the Bhagavad Gita for 3 hours, starting at 5 p.m. straight to 8 p.m. without any stop. It's going to be in English. So we request the devotees to please be on time, because we will start on time because it's a weekday and we want to respect the devotees' time. So please do come a little before 5 if you can, because we will definitely start at 5 p.m. on the dot and end by 8 o'clock, followed by short arati and light Ekadasi Prasadam. That is Mokshada Ekadasi. So it will be Ekadasi Prasadam that day. So please do look out for that. Another point, another announcement is we have our infamous, famous New Year's Eve program coming up. And that is when we really focus on just chanting the holy name, you know. The goal of life is to take shelter of the holy name, because that's what's going to take us back to Godhead. We have to chant the holy name. We have to fall in love with the holy name. We have to believe in the holy name and have faith that Krishna is in the holy name. So please do join us on New Year's Eve, and you will start seeing emails coming out for that. This month is also a very special month. It's actually, now it's called Prabhupada Marathon. And this is the month where devotees are invited to distribute Prabhupada's books, Bhagavad Gita, especially only Bhagavad Gita. It's the month of Gita, Gita Jayanti. That's why we call it Prabhupada Marathon. And we would like to put a spiritual challenge out to the youth, actually, not so much the adults. The adults can also participate, but to the youth. If the youth can distribute or give out one Bhagavad Gita, just one. I'm not saying more, just one. If one youth can give out one Bhagavad Gita this month. Mataji, can you please keep her quiet? Can someone help her pick the child, please? Thank you. If a youth can get one, can someone help her? Do you mind? Carry the child out or something? I'm good. I'm a good police patrol. There you go. I'm good with kids. I raised 2 girls. Thank you. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Very well. So if one youth can take a spiritual challenge where they can distribute one Bhagavad Gita this month, please come and see Nitya Gopal standing right there. You only need to give out one Bhagavad Gita a month. That's it. Is it workable? There are about, I think, 70 or 80 of us here. So even if the adults take one Bhagavad Gita, just one, and give out one this month, what do you guys think? Is it feasible? Yes? Okay. Nitya Gopal, you have your books with you? Okay. Prasad, I just saw Prasad Prabhu. Where is that? Perfect. Nishit. Oh, we got the whole team here. Hari Bol. Perfect. Okay. So after the program, please go up and get one Bhagavad Gita from Nitya Gopal. And your only service to Prabhupada for this month only is to give out that one Bhagavad Gita to your friends, your neighbor, whoever you think needs a Bhagavad Gita. There are a lot of souls that need. Thank you, Arjun. I like that. He gave me a thumbs up, so we got it. So please, this is a very special month. And it's very auspicious to actually share the Bhagavad Gita knowledge, being Gita Jayanti month. This is the month. That's on Wednesday is the day where Krishna read the whole Bhagavad Gita. So it's a very auspicious month for us to do at least a little service for Prabhupada. Prabhupada gave his life to print those books. He gave his life to write those books. He gave his nights 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. every day for 12 years and wrote all the books. So it's really important that we do something to give back to Prabhupada. Small little gift. He has given his life. If we can give one Gita to one person, we have done a valuable gift. That makes Prabhupada very, very, very happy. His only goal was to share the knowledge of Gita to everybody. So please, just get one Bhagavad Gita after the program. Please do see Nitya Gopal Prabhu, Prasad Prabhu's there, Nishit is there. The other one is on the altar, our Pujari, so I'll let him go. But see either one of them, just get one and do it before December 31st. Please do not do it in 2025 because this month is Gita Jayanti. This is the Prabhupada Marathon. So we want to get the books out before December 31st. So I will take one book and all of you will take one book. And that'll be a wonderful spiritual challenge that we can offer little service to Prabhupada for Prabhupada Marathon. Can we all do that? That was a 50% week. Come on. I just heard the front row clapping and Haribol from that end. Can we all do it? Srila Prabhupada ki, Gita Jayanti ki, Mahaprasad Govinde, Achut.
Namo Brahmane Vaishnave Svalpa Punyavatam Rajam Vishwasaneva Jayate Sharira Avidyajal Jadindriye Tahekal Jiva Philip Se Sagare Tara Madhye Jovayati Lobharma Sudarmati Takirata Kathin Samsare Krishna Bada Dayamay Kori Bhai Jiva Jai Swaprasadanati Lobhai Say Anamrita Pao Radha Krishna Guna Gao Premita Kushi Chaitanitai Jaini Mai Jainitai Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Mahaprasadam ki Jai Jai Shri Ram Jai Jai Shri Ram Jai Jai Shri Radhe Prashadam is served downstairs, and please do not forget to take darshan of the deities. And Shranamrit. Bhagavad Gita.
Do all the names. Very, very good.